today's video, I'm going to show you all my Fitech settings in my rotary powered Willys Jeep. Even though this is an 80-year-old Jeep, that really doesn't matter. It's still a 13B with a Racing Beat intake and Fitech EFI. A lot of people that are watching this might have a Sniper, like a Holley Sniper EFI kit, and the info I found on the Sniper Facebook groups and stuff really helped me tuning my Fitech, because although the tables and the fields are different names, the values are all pretty much the same and they all have the same adjustments within them. So even if you have a Holley Sniper, some of my numbers might help you. Most of the info you're going to find online will be for piston engines, so especially with Fitech, there's really nothing out there for rotaries, but they work great on rotary engines. So hopefully this helps you a little bit. I haven't started this thing in quite some time. This setup starts great in pretty much any weather. That's just my fuel pump banging around. Let's fire it up. So that's a first start, cold start in about probably 2 weeks or so. It's not, I mean, it's summer, so it's not cold, but the Fitech works great at pretty much any temperature. So I'm going to pull it out of the shop here. I'll plug in my handheld and we'll go through the settings. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'll have it running for a lot of this. I've been running this for like 4 years now, I think, and it works so good that I don't even keep my handheld in the Jeep. And I haven't plugged it in probably two or 3 years. I would say after the first 1,000 miles or so, it was good. So I have my handheld plug, comes through the dash, and it's just coiled up back in the glove box there. You will have to bear with me. I'm probably gonna stumble through there. Hey, it's my phone. This is not a very well-produced YouTube video, but I think it'll be helpful just the same. Alright, so if you have Fitech, you probably know all this, and I'm just going to show you, and I'm not saying my tune or my numbers are perfect, but it works pretty good for my experience. So I have, let's go to EFI tuning. So AFR targets, I'll go there first. And I'm not going to read them all off. I'm just going to it's going to be a boring video if you don't have Fitech, but if you do, perhaps this will help. And I'm not changing anything because it runs great. Another thing, the rotary engines like to destroy the O2 sensors. Well, my O2 sensor has been unplugged for about 2.5 years. I put 2 different ones in it. They both burned up, and I've had zero problem running with it unplugged. So that's something to think about. I'm just going to show you all the settings. This is probably the most important one, the idle and the crank and warm up. Alright, so here's my numbers. The prime fuel, that means when you turn the key on, you got to think about that, because especially for off-roading, I do a lot of hot starts. You know, we get over an obstacle, or I gotta stop and hook the winch up, so it's shut it off, start it right back up. That's been the best number for me. Then you have your different temperature cranking fuels. This is what works good for me. I run this in the winter when it's 15 degrees, and in the summer when it's, 90 degrees. And these numbers work great. The IAC crank, that's an important one too. This is where I settled. And after start fuel and warm up fuel, these are all really important. And if you're struggling to get your 13B or 12A running with Fitech, throw these in there and try it. Also take pictures of your current settings before you change anything. That was a big help for me too. And if you notice, these 2 warm up fuels are at 0. And like I said, this thing is dead reliable for years, so I'm pretty confident to tell you those are good. Idle control, you're not going to 750 RPM like you are with a piston engine, but 1100 seems to be good for me. The loop rate is important, so get those set. D-cell open, IAC way down in the negative there, and following the idle set screw instructions in the Fitech book are really important. Also, Fitech's YouTube channel was super helpful for setting up all the initial stuff and troubleshooting. Alright, fuel cut control. I have mine at 7,500. I've hit it a few times, but I mean, this is an old Jeep. The only time I hit that is when I'm goofing around or if I'm on a hill climb, and that's just where I've had mine set. I've not really felt the need to rev much higher than that, and it does sound pretty cool. If you keep it lower, you're likely to hit it more, and but that's totally up to you. So I think that's it. I showed you these already. There was one other one I wanted to talk about. Let's go back. Initial setup. Here's my initial setup. I have it set as a 4-cylinder, 130 cubic inch, and the rest of those didn't really do much. Fuel setup, it's regular fuel. Are you still with me here? Idle setup. My fans, I have them to come on at 187 and off at 183. You can set these up for 2 fans. I'm just using the one, and that'll all depend on your cooling system setup. I don't have AC control, and I don't want to reset my learn. There was one more I wanted to show you. Pro tuning. AFR targets. They're kind of out the window because I'm not even using my O2 sensor, but this is what I had them at. Rotaries like fuel, so make it more rich if you're having trouble, and it's always safer. Here's some more windows. The one I want to show you is, I didn't mess with any of those, is the D-cell fuel. If you're running premix and you've deleted your OMP, your oil metering pump, you definitely want to have your D-cell fuel turned up so that when you're engine braking, which I do a lot of in this Jeep, that means you're off the throttle completely. You want to have fuel coming, because on like a normal piston engine, they pretty much cut all fuel so you don't get backfires when you're engine braking. But on the rotary, we want D-cell fuel. Prime shot. I don't remember which window it's on. I thought it was fuel control. Idle control. Stability spark. Maybe I already covered it. Maybe you already saw it, but let me just keep looking here. Alright, I couldn't find the D-cell fueling, but it's in there, and you could just do a quick Google or go to their YouTube page to find that. But just make sure that's on and set it kind of rich. You should have a little bit of smoke and some fuel pop when you're holding back just off the accelerator. It's up to like 180. The fan just kicked on. I shut it off, so I'm going to show you a hot start. Hopefully you found this somewhat helpful. Fitech has been great for my setup. Their customer service has been good too. My very first handheld, the little plug stopped working, and you can see I wrote new on this one, so they just let me keep the other one, and the port that's solid on the body works, but the little whip quit working. So they sent me a new one, no problem, and a new cord as well. So I've been really happy with it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. As a community, if you have any tips for other people watching this, Post them in the comments below on your Fitech experience. And Holly Sniper guys, we like you too. So let's just keep these old rotaries running well, no matter if you have them in a World War II Jeep or in an RX-7. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.